Yeah, let's go. I'm unstoppable, do the impossible. I'm irresponsible, yet I'm phenomenal. I got an arsenal, I'm dropping bombs, you know. No, I'm not stopping, no. Conquer the obstacle. To the top, here I go, think I'm chosen to be the king of rock, think the people have spoken. I can hear the tick-tock of the clock, I'm in motion. So now I'm gonna pop, causing all this commotion.
Yeah, sometimes I think that I'm unstoppable. Yeah, ready to go, man, lock and load. That's right, I swear to God that I could drop and roll. Yeah, I got a shot and I ain't stopping, no. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable. That's how I know that I'm unstoppable.
Yeah, let's go. I don't care what they all say. That's right, I'ma do this thing my way. Let's go. Been grinding hard on it all day. Okay, we work hard, then we all play. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Sunday Night Showdown with the NEXXTCAR Racing League here on iRacing. Tonight, the NEXXTCAR Truck Series heads out west to duel in the California heat at Auto Club Speedway. Last week, Matt Tucker was able to survive the nighttime at Charlotte Motor Speedway and fought his way to victory lane. He had to hold off a hard-charging Don Francisco, Duncan, and Tulloch to grab his first win of Season 5. Last season, right here, David Chandler was able to rise to the occasion and grab his first win ever in the NEXXTCAR Truck Series. In dominating fashion, he showed the truck playoff drivers that he was not going to be one to back down and let them battle it out between themselves. Tonight, when the checkered flag waves, it will officially mark the halfway point of Season 5. 4 races down, 6 to go. The regular season championship is still up for grabs. 4 races, 4 different winners. Who will be able to add their name to the list of winners this season tonight? Or will we get our first repeat winner of the season? Only time will tell. This is the NEXXTCAR Racing League, and this is Auto Club Speedway.
It has to happen. Gotta prove myself. It has to happen like this, like this. You're going up against the greatest, and it's gonna get messy. If you wanna try to test me, you're going up against the greatest. Take a swing, you're gonna miss me. Yeah, it's going down in history. I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest, I'm the greatest.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to the NEXXTCAR Racing League for tonight's race here at Auto Club Speedway for the NEXXTCAR Truck Series. We are going to be officially halfway through the regular season when that checkered flag drops tonight. And you can see, folks, this race, it's going to be a long one for these drivers tonight. 100 laps, 200 miles out here in the California heat. But that sun is not going to be out for long. The track lights are going to have to come on, and this race is going to go off into the sunset and into the darkness of the California desert right here at Auto Club. These drivers have had this race circled for a long time, ever since the schedule was released, and I know no one more than that one of David Chandler. last season in absolute dominating fashion, he found his way to victory lane for the first time ever in the Truck Series, looking to back that performance up here tonight. I have no doubt about it. But right now, he's going to have some work to do if he is going to find his way into victory lane, as he is currently sitting 9th in your lap times here in practice. But folks, practice quickly coming to an end. These drivers have just 2 minutes left of practice. So without further ado, let's try to dial up your last season's winner, David Chandler, and see how he feels about his chances here in this one tonight, because it's going to be a long race. You're going to have to keep your head cool and keep your tempers down, but that is always easier said than done. So let's see what David Chandler feels about tonight's race. David, it's Ronnie in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much, brother. All right. Last season, right here, different circumstances, you found yourself heading to victory lane in the playoffs. Unfortunately, not a part of the playoffs, but tonight, you can right that train and you can lock yourself into a playoff. What is it going to take tonight to go back-to-back here at Auto Club?
Well, man, it's going to take a lot of things going right. These guys have continuously gotten better. I mean, they're right on my heels this year, and I think a few of them are even going to be faster than me. So it's going to take some good strategy. It's going to take, things just going right on the track, long green flag runs. That's where I'm best at when it comes to tracks like these and, managing my tires. So if we get stuff like that, I think, we might be able to pull it off. But, if we don't, I'll just be looking for a nice top 5 finish.
Absolutely, man. So sitting right now 9th on the practice, how much is this track going to change tonight? Because obviously here in practice, the sun is out. Qualifying is going to be the same, but you are not going to end with that sun out. The track lights will be on.
Yeah, I think as the tire or the track cools off, I think it's kind of going to play into my hands with running the bottom. Whereas these guys that like to run the top, you really want to run the top during the daytime. So I think they'll get the upper hand at the beginning of this race. But I think once it moves to a cooler track state, I think we'll be sitting pretty good.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, I'll let you get back to it. Enjoy these last couple seconds of practice, and best of luck tonight.
Yes, sir, man. Have fun up there. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. And that is your last season's winner right here at Auto Club, David Chandler, in that number 1. Remember, he got his first win ever in the NEXXTCAR Truck Series right here, looking to back that performance up with another trip to victory lane. We mentioned it last season. It was into playoffs, which David was not a part of. Well, that win did not get him a spot in the playoffs. So tonight, if he can get to victory lane here in this one, well, he will right that wrong and he will lock himself into the playoffs. But right now, waiting on some drivers to head to the track here for your 200 miles here at Auto Club. Let's go ahead and let's check out your race information for tonight here. Week number 5 at Auto Club Speedway for season 5. For your California Dreamin' 200, presented by HVAC Designs and W Energy, under partly cloudy skies, 65-degree Fahrenheit air temperature, 74% humidity, and those winds 11 miles an hour. The biggest thing we're going to have to keep an eye on is that track temperature, currently sitting at 67 degrees, because that track temp is going to change a lot tonight. As that sun goes down and those track lights come on, well, that track temperature is going to drop. And when that track temp drops, well, this track gets fast. It gets grippy. And that is when these drivers are going to shine. It was when the sun goes down. But you can see it right there, folks. 100 laps tonight for 200 miles with your stage break on lap 40. So these drivers are going to get a quick stage break tonight, and then they are going to have to battle it all the way to the checkered flag. But the other thing we're going to have to keep an eye on is that 11-mile-per-hour wind. It is going to be blowing these trucks down this long backstretch here of Auto Club Speedway. So you're going to see a lot of guys having to fight that wheel, trying to not drift down into that guy on their inside lane, because if you do that, well, before you know it, you're going to find yourself going around down that backstretch, and that is not what you want to do. So these drivers, not only are they going to be battling themselves, they are going to be battling the elements here in this one. And something else that these drivers are going to have to battle is, let's see if we can't jump inside the cockpit of our defending winner, David Chandler. Look at that sun coming out of turn number 2. It's going to play with them for a little bit, but once that sun gets a little lower, well, then that'll be better for these drivers, but it is going to be blinding coming out of turn number 2. So that's going to be something that we're going to have to keep an eye on as well as this race progresses. Let's jump on the cockpit of Jonathan Duncan here. Watch that sun right there coming out of turn 2. It's behind the mountains now, so definitely a better scenario for these drivers. But during practice, they had to deal with that California sun, and I'll tell you what, that California sun is absolutely no joke. But right now, Matt Tucker sitting atop the leaderboard right now with a 40.12 over Cole Larson with a 40.14. Cole Larson's out there putting down a couple practice laps there. Now Jonathan Duncan's going to jump to the top of the leaderboard with a 40.07. So Jonathan Duncan putting down a fast lap in that Monster Energy number 45 Toyota Tundra. Payne Tulloch's going to currently be running around in that second position with a 40.11. The rookie, Aaron, in that number 38. He's coming out here with a strong run in that 5th position so far. Can he hold it? As obviously the rules have changed here for NEXXTCAR. Remember, folks, before, you could only qualify in the first 5 minutes of the qualifying session. The last 5 minutes, that was for your driver's meeting. Well, new this season, you have got all 10 minutes to qualify. And you have seen a couple times this season where J.D. Wright, Mitch Diamond, they've waited till that last possible second to come out here, get their qualifying lap, and it has paid off with the pull. But right now, Jonathan Duncan holding on top with Chuck Thornton, a solid start for this one here in position 7 for that number 72. Will it hold, as we have still got a lot of drivers left to put down a lap, including your Bristol Dirt winner, Ronnie Norman, Jonathan Wright and Andrew Bolander as well, waiting to put down a lap. Michael Lanphier had a solid run at Charlotte Motor Speedway last week, looking to back that performance up with another strong one in that Ford F-150. Excuse me. Still trying to get over this cold. This thing's been holding on for about 2 or 3 days now, and it's just getting annoying at this point, but hey, we're getting there. It's slowly but surely starting to get better. But I have been more sick this year than I have been in any previous year. You know, for the longest time, I went without getting the flu or cold or whatever you want to call it. And then now all of a sudden, this is my 3rd time getting the cold or flu this year. So I don't know what it is, but this has been the most I've ever been sick in a year. So hopefully we can push through this broadcast. I'll probably sound a little off tonight, but hey, we'll get through it because we have got a good race tonight, no doubt about it. Auto Club Speedway has statistically been the best track in NEXXTCAR, and these Truck Series drivers are looking to show why tonight. This track is wide, this track is fast, and you're going to see why these drivers absolutely love this track. You're going to see 3 wide, you're going to see 4 wide, and you may even see 5 wide through these turns. These turns are wide, folks. As we see Dustin Bloodworth go down, look at how wide these turns are, folks. That is where you're going to see the 3 wide, the 4 wide, and we may be lucky to see 5 wide, and it all leads onto a wide straightaway on the front stretch and back stretch. But these drivers, we've mentioned it, challenges all around tonight. Not only their competitors, but also that wind here in this one. 11 mile an hour might not sound like much, but it is going to play a huge factor. I have absolutely no doubt. But right now, Robert Hassong in that 29, fighting his way up into that second qualifying position. These drivers closing in on 3 minutes left of qualifying. Andrew Bolander out there putting down some qualifying laps in that number 8 Lucas Oil Chevy Silverado. Currently running around that 13th position. $183 mph at the line to clock his second lap of the night, and that is going to be best for 13th for Andrew Bolander. Darren Owens in at 33. He's going to currently be sitting in that 15th position. That is going to conclude his 2 laps, best of being a 40.18. But I think that is going to wrap up all your guys trying to qualify here in this one, as Nick Trudeau is currently at the bottom of the leaderboard with a 40.53 after missing last week's race at Charlotte. Nick looking to improve upon himself in the standings. Let's check out your playoff standings as everything is right now. Race number 4 of 10 of the NEXXTCAR regular season. You can see Nicholas Don Francisco, Ronnie Norman, Mitch Diamond, Matt Tucker. All their names in yellow have locked themselves into the playoffs. Then you've got David Chandler in 5th, Peyton Tulloch 6th, Frank Hughes Jr. 7th, Andrew Bolander 8th, Cole Larson 9th, with Jonathan Duncan wrapping up your top 10. Michael Lanphier, a solid season for the rookie. Sean Walton in 12th, Steve Bocock 13th, Austin Walton 14th, Stephen Henning 15th, and Cedric Ingram rounding out your playoff field as it stands right now in that 16th position. Dustin Bloodworth 17th, J.D. Larson 18th, Robert Asong 19th, and Charles Thornton in 20th. And then the rest of the NEXXTCAR Truck Series field from 21st on back, all still a shot at working their way into the NEXXTCAR Truck Series playoffs here in Season 5, folks. Remember, it is a win in your in style playoffs. So no matter where you're at in the standings, as long as you make 7 out of the 10 regular season races, you will find yourself battling for that championship trophy that we will be given to your champion down at Phoenix. Let's check out your schedule. Your schedule for the Truck Series. As you can see, we are in Week 5 at Auto Club, and then not next week, in 2 weeks, as we are taking next week off, we will be going to the high banks of Daytona International Speedway for 80 laps, followed up with your one and only road course of the season at Canadian Tire. Then we go short track racing at Iowa. Then we go at Chicagoland for Week 9, and then wrapping up your regular season at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That is where your playoff field will be set, and then the playoffs get kicked off at Darlington, Dover, and Kansas. But folks, qualifying's over. It is time to get this party started here in Auto Club, folks. Let's check out your starting grid for tonight's race at Auto Club. Grabbing the pole, Jonathan Duncan in at number 45 with Robert Asong in 2nd, Peyton Tulloch in 3rd, Michael Lanphier in 4th, Matt Tucker 5th, Jonathan Wright in 6th. Excuse me. Ronnie Norman in 7th, Cole Larson 8th, Aaron Van Rolte in 9th, with David Chandler, last season's winner, right here, rounding out your top 10. Chuck Thornton with a strong run in 11th, Sean Walton in 12th, Adam Curtis 13th, Andrew Bolander 14th, Darren Owens 15th, Christopher Thomas 16th, Robert Babcock 17th, Dustin Bloodworth 18th, Mitch Diamond 19th, and Owen Bridges rounding out your top 20. Stephen Henning in 21st with Austin Walton 22nd, Nicholas Don Francisco 23rd, J.D. Larson 24th, Cam Jester 25th, and Nicholas Trudeau rounding out your NEXXTCAR Truck Series field in 26th. What do you say we try to dial up that guy starting in that 4th position, Michael Lanphier? Michael Lanphier, Tronny in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yes, sir. What's going on?
Not much, brother. All right, man. Solid qualifying run for tonight's race, grabbing that 4th position. What's it going to take to get that 13 to victory lane tonight?
A little bit of luck, some tire saving, most definitely. This place will chew them up. So some tire saving and a whole bunch of luck. And we got a good group of drivers out here, so I don't see where that'll be a problem. But
Absolutely, buddy. Best of luck tonight.
all right, Bob, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. And that was your 4th starting position. Michael Lanfear, a rookie in the league, but taking absolutely no time and getting himself a name known in NEXXTCAR. But, folks, the lights are off on that Chevy Silverado pace truck. The field, for the first time tonight, going down that long backstretch here at Auto Club. Jonathan Duncan grabbing the pole tonight. Robert Hassong in second. Peyton Tulloch, Michael Lanfear in row number 2. But the pace truck, for the first time tonight, is going to lead the field off of turn number 4. He is going to hook that hard left down onto pit lane, folks. And the control of the field is in the flagman's hands. And for the first time here at Auto Club, we are green flag racing in the truck series. Up through the gears they go, side by side, bumper to bumper. This track race is just like a super speedway. It is very draft heavy dependent, and Jonathan Duncan immediately might find himself in a 3-wide situation off of 2, but he's going to keep the field at bay behind him. Here comes Robert Hassong on the outside. Robert Hassong with a big draft run down a backstretch all the way to the back bumper of Duncan, heading down into turn number 3, but nothing doing. Has to follow Duncan back down to the bottom of the track. Here comes Tulloch into 17, but here comes Lanfear powering back behind him. Matt Tucker into 25, wasting no time. Oh, already around Chuck Thornton into 72 out back. That might not be enough to bring out the caution. Thornton up against the outside wall still might not be enough, but now you can see the field falling behind the back bumper of Duncan a little bit now. Is he going to get too big of a lead? Because remember, folks, this is just like a super speedway racing where that pack will get a... Oh, David Chandler up into the outside wall. That's going to bring out your caution as he's going to keep the one going. Maybe not. We stay green. Let's back it up real quick as he did push up into the outside wall. He's already wicked loose right there. Oh, contact with the 10 and down into his buddy Christopher Thomas, but they keep it going straight. We stay green here at Auto Club. Already mayhem for a couple of top drivers, some key drivers here already. Just 3 laps into a 100-lap race, folks. Last season's winner, David Chandler, already finding himself with a lot of ground to make up. But folks, already Robert Hassong has ran back down to your leader, and here comes Peyton Tulloch and the rest of the field behind him. Michael Lanfear still holding strong in that 4th position. Here comes your Bristol Dirt winner, Ronnie Norman, looking for it all underneath. Here comes Matt Tucker, powering his way to the outside. Matt Tucker's got the rookie Aaron right behind him in that number 38 Black Rifle Chevy Silverado. A great shot of the field, just how wide this track is. You're going to see guys running the white line. You're going to see guys running that middle line. And you're going to see guys all the way up against that outside wall. But right now, we have got ourselves a battle for the lead. Robert Hassong in the 29 has worked his way to the outside of the 45 of Jonathan Duncan. Duncan's going to push up a little bit. He's going to have to look like he got out of the gas just a little bit. That's going to give way to Robert Hassong. And here comes Robert Hassong to lead his first lap of the day. Let's jump on the roof cam of Peyton Tulloch in that 17 as he's kind of riding along behind Robert Hassong right now on that outside lane. He's got Jonathan Duncan to his inside with Michael Lanfear. Matt Tucker in the 25 behind Peyton. 4 trucks on that inside line. The rest of the field on that outside line. Look at the heavy side drafting with Lanfear trying to squeeze his way up in front of Matt Tucker. Barely is going to stay clear in the 13. Matt Tucker early on cutting a break to the 13 of Michael Lanfear early on, but I guarantee you in the closing laps here tonight, he will not leave that hole open. But Michael Lanfear pressing his luck early on here. 5 laps completed. A long way to go here at Auto Club. Payne to Luck looking for it all around the outside. Can he get the big run out of 2? This is where things are going to get tight. Coming out of 2, Hassong's going to jump up, throw the block on the 17. Can Peyton do anything with it? He's going to not be able to jump to the inside as now Duncan's powering back with a big push from Lanfear and Tucker. Payne with the big push from that 33 down the backstretch. Can that get Payne to the outside once again? It cannot. Duncan still holding strong in that inside, boxing Peyton, preventing him from getting to the inside of his song. But now Peyton may be looking to maybe go to the outside. Can't do anything with it, though. I thought for sure that 17 was going to get a little impatient there, jump to the outside of the 29 down the front stretch, but thought better of it. Ronnie Norman is falling back to that 9th position right in the middle of the Hornets' nest in that NOS Energy number 6 Ford F-150. He did win at Bristol Dirt, so he has got that Ford locked into your Season 5 playoffs. But right now, here comes the 2 of Robert Babcock. What a run that 2 got. I don't know if you saw it in the bottom of your screen, folks, but what a run Robert Babcock got into 3. On the inside of the 9 of Austin Walton. They're dead even at the line. But the field still 2 by 2 out front. The field's kind of broken up into 2 separate packs here, just like you get at Super Speedway Racing. You've got your front pack. And then all the way back here with Nicholas Trudeau, you have got your second pack from 19th on back. But out front, Payne to Luck has taken over the lead, but in a big battle right now with Darren Owens in that 33, who's going to push up a little bit. That's going to hurt him. That's going to hurt the speed of the 33 on the exit of turn 4, and that's going to allow Payne to lead his first lap of the night. But here comes a song powering back into 29 on that outside line. The 33 saw it, jumped up and blocked the song. Now Duncan, no help around. He's all alone on that inside line. But here comes Sean Walton in the 23. Sean Walton has had himself a fantastic start to the season in that number 23 Toyota Tundra, as he's now trying to fight his way back up towards the front. Now looking to the inside of the 29 of his song. He's going to be able to get a big run through 3 and 4. Can he get that truck to stick, and can he get the help from Andrew Bolander out back? Bolander's trying to get there. Here comes Duncan to give him the draft down the front stretch. But the 33 and 17 stay hooked up out front, and that is going to allow Payne to Luck to lead the field back to lap number 10. His song looking to the outside once again, trying to get that big run out of turn number 2. Let's jump on the roof cam of Robert Hassong. This is that 29 as he continues to try to run that middle to high line as he does, have a truck underneath him. So he's kind of forcing the outside, but that is definitely the faster way around Auto Club is that high line. So as long as you can run it right, that is the faster way around this track. But Robert Hassong currently holding on right now in that 5th position. Darren Owens still holding on to the strong truck in that number 33. Right now, your biggest mover of the race is that 33 truck, up 13 positions from 15th up to 2nd. So a fantastic start for that 33. He took exactly what he needed, wasted no time, and caution is going to be out for the first time tonight as we're getting word Adam Curtis, Robert Babcock, and Michael Lanfear involved in this one. Oh, major contact with Robert Babcock. Babcock had a strong start going to this race in that number 2. Oh, Lanfear, big implications for that 13. You can see him right there on the inside of Babcock. Oh, up into the air goes the 13, up and over. All right, we're going to have to back that one up and see what exactly transpired. Lanfear on the inside, Babcock on the outside. Lanfear just pushes up. Babcock was there, and up and over goes that 13, barrel rolling down the front stretch, and now is going to come to rest in that infield grass. He's going to have to get a tow truck and tow his way to not to victory lane, sorry, to his pit box. But caution is out for the first time tonight, folks. And get ready to hold on, because we're going to jump inside the cockpit of Lanfear and see what exactly he saw from his helmet cam. Hold on, because this is about to get wild. Definitely not the ride that you want to take at all when it comes to racing. But folks, pit lane is open, and it is the busiest place in California. Matt Tucker is going to come out with the lead here in this one. I'm sorry, he is not going to come out with the lead. My thing just updated and it lied to me. Tucker's going to actually lose some positions as he's going to fall back 8 positions back to 13th. But everybody has pitted under that last caution, so everyone basically on the same strategy with Peyton Tulloch out front, Darren Owen second, Jonathan Duncan third, Robert Asong fourth, Andrew Bolander in fifth. Dustin Bloodworth in sixth, a strong start for that number 4. Cole Larson 7th, Owen Bridges 8th, Austin Walton 9th, and Sean Walton in 10th. But folks, we're going to step away here for a quick break. Don't go anywhere, because we have got more of the action from Auto Club coming up.
Girl, you got me shook from the way your body looks. Got me riding hooks, got me feeling like a rook. I don't do it by the book, but for you I'll take a look. Don't know what your mama took, sweet and spicy like a cook, yeah. I'll keep it real, let's make a deal. Buy you a meal if you just let me feel. Get out your heels, grab on the wheel. Back to my place at the top of the hill. Don't have regrets, I know what's next. She need a fresh, I'll be back in a sec. Look at them legs, don't make me beg. Back to the room, let me show you my bed. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. I could look at you all day, watch the way them hips sway. Love your body, so I pray, don't you dare take it away. Can't control what I say, lost my mind cause your frame.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Auto Club Speedway for the NEXXTCAR Truck Series race here tonight in week number 5 of season 5. At the drop of the checkered flag tonight, we will officially be halfway through the regular season. It's crazy to think that we are officially halfway through the regular season tonight, but the green flag is going to be back out here at Auto Club. Peyton Tulloch is going to lead the field down and away. Green flag back in the air. Big wheel spin there for the 45. He's going to have to try to gather it back up. Peyton Tulloch immediately drops that inside line, protecting that white line from the 33, but here comes the 33 of Darren Owens looking to the outside. Can he get the big run? Can he do a crossover out of 2? Yes, he can. They are going to be side by side down the backstretch. Where does Jonathan Duncan go? Side by side. Who does he help? He's going to go with the 33 down to the bottom of the track. That's going to leave Peyton Tulloch all by himself up top. Duncan's going to push up off the corner. He's not going to be able to quite get to the inside of the 17, but the 33 of Darren Owens is going to lead his first lap of the night. Now Peyton Tulloch looking to get right back to the lead. He says, all right, Darren, you've led your lap. Let me get back to the front. Payne to look back on that outside line. Can he drive it in deep? He's going to drive it in very deep on that 17 on the outside line. Can he get it to stick? That's the big question. Yes, he can. But now the 33 has to jump in behind the 17 down the backstretch. He has to protect that outside line from the 45 of Jonathan Duncan, who's now looking to try to look to the inside of 33, but nothing doing. And now has to fall in line. But here comes Andrew Bolander in the 8. Bolander with a big push to Duncan down the front stretch, who's giving a big push to the 33. Can the 33 do anything with it? He's going to get to the outside of the 17. Here comes Bolander looking to the outside of the 45. Bolander with a big run. They're going to be almost 3 wide out of turn number 2. Bolander with a big push now to the back of the 33. The 45 with a big push to the back of the 23. Now here comes Sean Walton with a big run to the inside with a big push from the 45. Can he get that 23 to stick? Yes, he can. Can he get the big run out of turn number 4? They are going to be dead even. Now the 23 is going to nose ahead. Payne's going to try to drop in behind him. Not clear. But now Sean Walton's going to lead his first lap of the night. 17 laps completed here tonight as the drivers are on lap 18 and 3 wide behind your leaders coming out of turn number 2. Bolander outside, Owens middle, Duncan inside. Duncan falling back with no help down the backstretch. Now his song's going to come to his rescue in that 29, but now Duncan has went from 3rd all the way back to 7th, folks. That is how heavy you rely on the draft here at Auto Club. And when you don't have it, it hurts bad. But now Duncan trying to work his way to the outside of 33 and try to get himself back up towards the front. Matt Tucker working his way back up towards the front. Came out of that last pit stop in 13th now, already up into 2nd. Can he use those 4 fresh Goodyear tires to his advantage? Now, he's going to have to run down Sean Walton, one of the hottest drivers in NEXXTCAR here the last couple of weeks. The man has been on a mission, had a heck of a run at Pocono in the Cup Series. Now looking to back that performance up here tonight. Sean Walton still looking for that elusive first win in NEXXTCAR. It is right around the corner, I have got a feeling, but he has got a lot of hungry guys right behind him if he is going to get it done here tonight. Still a long way to go as they are going to be coming around this time to complete lap 20 out of 100. Matt Tucker using the draft as much as he can. He has cut that lead down in half, down to 0.2. Major implications right now for Sean Walton in the 23. Goes to the high line. Look at the time he gave up. Now here comes Matt Tucker powering back on the inside with Ronnie Norman behind. They're dead even at the line, but Sean Walton's going to lead them back that time. 80 to go. Now they're going to swap leads heading into turn number 1. Ronnie Norman waiting for his turn to pounce in the 6. J.D. Larson with a big push to the back of Stephen Henning in the 27. Larson and Henning trying to work their way up to the field together. That's going to get Henning up inside the top 10, up into that 9th position. J.D. Larson in 11th, trying to hold on in that number 18. Not going to be able to do so through 3 and 4, but he's going to continue to run that inside line. Now he's going to bounce it to the outside up in front of Dustin Bloodworth, who's going to cut underneath the 18 now. A little bit of a crossover down the front stretch here at Auto Club, dead even heading into 1. Cole Larson just patiently waiting right behind him as they head down the backstretch here at Auto Club with nowhere to go. Let's jump on his roof cam as he's now behind the 4 of Dustin Bloodworth, who's on the outside of Darren Owens and the 33. That 33 has kind of starting to fall off here a little bit. Owens, one of the stronger trucks to start this race, but right now finding himself back here in that 13th position. A great shot of the field down that front stretch heading into turn number 1. It is a 3-truck breakaway out front, though. Sean Walton, Matt Tucker, Ronnie Norman have all pulled out to almost a 2-second gap over the rest of the field. Nick Trudeau kind of sitting in no man's land right now, right in the middle between the two packs. Excuse me. And that rebranded number 89 Valvoline Chevy Silverado. Currently 2.1 seconds behind your leader, Sean Walton, but right in the middle between Norman and Don Francisco. A couple crossover moves going on for the lead right now. Norman jumping to the inside after that one with Sean Walton. Probably didn't like what he saw out front. Aggressive move to the inside line to try to avoid that 23. But now Sean Walton is not going to be able to clear the 23 through turns 3 and 4. He's going to have to wait till turns 1. But how does he get the draft off of Tucker? As Tucker is now going to drop down in front of him. But Nick Trudeau just waiting behind him. Slowly but surely working his way towards that lead pack, is now that gap is down to 2 seconds. Michael Lanphier trying to work his way back up. Remember, he was involved in that early incident. Now finds himself 1 lap down. Mitch Diamond, Robert Babcock. Babcock is retired from the race, apparently. Yes, he has. Mitch Diamond, 2 laps down. Michael Lanphier, 1 lap down. Just buying his time until he can get back to the lead lap. But out front, I don't know what this thing is doing. There we go. But Matt Tucker, Ronnie Norman, battling this one out between them here on lap 26. Norman's going to jump in behind Matt Tucker down the long backstretch here at Auto Club. 25 laps down, 75 to go. Still a long way to go, not only to that checkered flag, but to the stage break on lap 40, folks. These drivers 15 laps until that stage break. Here comes Trudeau. He has got that gap down to 1.69 and closing, as now he's going to get the draft off of Sean Walton. Can himself and Walton work together to try to catch the leaders? Walton up into the outside wall out of 2. That's going to allow Nick Trudeau to try to get to his inside and make the pass down the backstretch. Not going to be able to do so this time, but that is going to allow Tucker and Norman to pull their lead back out to 2.3 seconds as Norman and Tucker continue their side-by-side battle. Tucker not backing down at the line this time either. Norman still going to have to battle to get that lap lead. Dustin Bloodworth right behind Michael Lanphier now. We mentioned that Lanphier still 1 lap down, not being scored on the lead lap yet. Just trying to buy his time to get back on the lead lap, but yet working his way back up towards the leaders out front as Cam Jester in the outside wall out of turn 2 right there. How about Robert Asong at 29? His song had a strong truck to start this race off, but he came down, pitted for looked like he maybe just got some fuel, and right now struggling in that number 29. But out front, Ronnie Norman is going to have cleared Matt Tucker in that 25, and now looking to set sail off into the distance with Tucker behind him. The field, the leaders, the front 5 really starting to get spread out. How about J.D. Larson in that number 18? Has worked his way up into 5th plus 19 positions. Right now, your biggest mover of the race. And right now, J.D. Larson is a man on a mission. Stephen Henning still continuing his strong start to this season in that number 27. Currently running around in that 8th position. Finds himself inside the playoffs right now. If the playoffs started tonight, Well, right now looking to capitalize on a strong number 27 Chevy Silverado here in this one. Looking to the outside of Don Francisco, who's going to slam the door shut on the 27. He's going to have to go to the inside. He's going to get the big run, but has no help around him to help him make the pass. And he is going to have to bring the battle down here to turns 3 and 4. Will he get the draft off of Peyton Tulloch? But now, can he make that 27 stick? He cannot. He's going to push up the track. That's going to cost him a position. 27's coming to pit road. I thought he was coming to pit road. That looked very narrow into the tri-oval. I thought he was coming to pit road for some reason, but now he is going to have some big battles here with that 38 to his inside and the 45 of Jonathan Duncan and the 8 of Andrew Bolander to his outside. Bolander almost putting him 4 wide through turns 1 and 2. Once again, thought better of it and is going to bring the battle to him down that backstretch. He's going to clear him heading down into 3, but here comes that 38 of, excuse me, Aaron Van Ralt right back at him. Out front, Norman and Tucker continue to slice and dice here at Auto Club. Closing in on your stage break at lap 40. 8 laps to go. Nick Trudeau still holding strong in that 3rd position. He's up 23 spots from the drop of the green flag. Sean Walton +8. Nicholas Don Francisco +17. So a couple of the guys that started out back wasting absolutely no time and working their way up towards the front. Jonathan Duncan -6 positions back to 7th. Peyton Tulloch -5 back to 8th. So right now, already seeing some comers and goers. You got to wonder, how much has tires played a factor in this one? But right now, Ronnie Norman out front here over Matt Tucker, Nick Trudeau, Sean Walton, J.D. Larson, and the rest of the NEXXTCAR Truck Series. Chuck Thornton, you saw him spin out early on the opening laps here of the night. A caution did not get called, but right now battling his way up to that 17th position with Adam Curtis right behind him in 18th with a battle with himself and Christopher Thomas battling for that 18th position. David Chandler, last season's winner, he had some questionable opening laps there for himself. Finding himself in that 20th position, definitely not the way he wanted to get this race started, but he has got that Toyota Tundra limping around here as we are closing in on your stage break. Matt Tucker still holding strong on the back bumper of Ronnie Norman in the 6th, not letting Norman get too far out in front. Still using the draft to hang on. Trudeau, 2.2 seconds back, the gap holding steady. A great shot of the Truck Series field working their way down that backstretch heading into turn number 3, folks. You can see it. The sun has gone down. The moon is up. And those track lights are on. Let's go ahead and let's check out your, excuse me, your track temperature right now. As you can see it, folks, that track temperature, 68 degrees Fahrenheit. So this track has got a lot of grip in it, and these drivers are absolutely loving that right now. You love when you've got grip because these trucks can be a lot to handle when you're slipping and sliding. Paint to luck up into the outside wall out of 2 in a 17. Getting a big push from Jonathan Duncan down the backstretch, but that 17 just a little too high coming out of turn number 2. Got the right side up against that outside wall. Doesn't look like it damaged that 17 at all, but now going to slide up in front of the 45. Here comes Henning, continuing his strong run in that 27. He's in that 10th position. Norman still holding strong at the point of the Truck Series field. Just under a half-second lead over Tucker. Trudeau back over 3-second gap, and then Sean Walton 5.3 back behind Norman as well. So the field, the leaders, starting to kind of spread out a little bit here as we are closing in on 3 laps to go in this stage. Tucker trying to use that outside line as much as he can to try to get some big runs, as Owen Bridges looks like he has come to pit road early, right before the pit lane closes. Pit lane does close with 2 laps to go. In the stage, it closes 2 to go, so this time by, it will close, and this will be your pit lane close with 2 to go. So, excuse me, Norman still holding strong out front. Tucker wanting that stage win. Duncan still finding himself in a big battle right now with Peyton Tulloch, with Aaron Van Rolte behind him, and then Nicholas Don Francisco behind him, with Stephen Henning right now still holding on to that 10th and final points paying position. But this time by will be the white flag on stage 1. Norman just out to under a half-second lead. Tucker trying to bring the battle back to him. White flag is out for the stage. Right now, as it stands, the battles continue, but Henning holding on to that 10th and final points paying position. He's looking to the inside there of the 99. Remember, Owen Bridges is a lap down. Peyton Tulloch barely cleared a slide up in front of Don Francisco. He's going to go for it all anyway. And now major blinking for the 27. That got sketchy down the front stretch. But out front, Ronnie Norman is going to lead Matt Tucker out of turn number 4. Norman is going to win the stage here at Auto Club, with Tucker second, Trudeau in third. But the big battle is going to be back here. Henning is going to hold on to that 10th position, and caution is out for the stage. Norman, Tucker, Trudeau, Sean Walton, J.D. Larson, Jonathan Duncan, Aaron Van Rolte, Peyton Tulloch, Nicholas Don Francisco, and Stephen Henning, your stage points winners. But Norman winning his 2nd stage of the season. He won it at Bristol Dirt. Well, he went to victory lane. Now, winning the stage here at Auto Club, can he back that performance up and get to victory lane? But he has got a long way to go in this one. Your lucky dog winner will be the 13 of Michael Lanphier. Remember, he went for that wild ride early on, but now he is going to find himself back in a position to battle to go to victory lane. Obviously, a very strong Ford F-150 that Lanphier is piloting, qualified 4th, and now just looking to get that 13 back into a position to battle for the lead. But out front, folks, Norman is going to be leading the field onto a busy pit road. What do you say we try to dial up your stage winner here, Ronnie Norman? Always give these guys time to pit. That way they can work out their pit strategy with their team and everything. But let's dial them up this time. Ronnie Norman. It's Ronnie in the booth. You got me, buddy.
Yeah, I got you, man.
All right, man. Once again, getting that number 6 to another stage win. What's it going to take tonight to get that thing to victory lane?
Hopefully we can get another breakaway like we did, but I don't think we're gonna have the tire. I took tires on that pit stop. You can tell a lot of people that did not. So Tuck was one of them. I think Walton was another one that took tires. So just trying to break away from that truck is just so hard. As you've probably seen me going all over the track trying to break that draft up with Tuck back there. But we'll see what we can do. But hopefully it's not grouped up like it was there before that caution came out, because it's just so hectic and the draft here is so strong. So it'll always pick you right back up to the group, even if you lag off a little bit.
Absolutely, man. How much has the track changed from what we saw in practice and qualifying where the sun was out to now the track lights are on?
Everything's been pretty good. I didn't really try to run too many practice laps just because it was full throttle all the way around it. But I mean, everything my tires wear has been pretty good. After that set I just took off there with running a full set on it. So I always like running night races better than day races. But yeah, it's pretty sticky out here and a lot of grip. So it's probably nice for everybody.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, it's about to get hectic. Best of luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
That was your stage winner, Ronnie Norman, in that NOS Energy number 6 Ford F-150. Going to find himself back to another stage win here in the NEXXTCAR Truck Series. But you heard him mention he hopes that the tires are going to level the playing field here. But you can see it, folks. The lights are off on that Chevy Silverado iRacing pace truck. We are getting ready to go back racing this time. Matt Tucker laying back in that 25. He's going to now pull up alongside the 6. But that pace truck going to hook a hard left back onto pit lane. The stage break is over, folks. It's now all in for that checkered flag and a spot in the Truck Series playoffs. Green flag back in the air here at Auto Club. Norman wastes no time in clearing the field. Now, here comes Nick Trudeau in the 89. Can he make that Chevy Silverado stick? He's going to get down on the apron. That's going to push him up the track. Matt Tucker on his outside. They're barely going to keep it out of the wall. 3 wide down the backstretch here at Auto Club. What a move by the 25 to keep his foot in it, get to the outside of the 89, who now, once again, finds himself in a sketchy situation in the middle. Still 3 wide. Now they're going to get it situated. Nick Trudeau's going to jump in behind Matt Tucker down the front stretch. Norman loving what he's seeing out back. You heard him mention it. He hopes it doesn't get bunched up, but now it looks like it may stay bunched up for a little while. As now, here comes Matt Tucker back to lead him point here in the Truck Series. Jonathan Duncan in that 45. You saw that truck kind of fall off there towards the end of the stage, but now looking like it's got some speed back in her in that 45. Still back on the back bumper, Tucker heading down into turn number 3. Here comes Sean Walton in the 23. Paintelluck's going to slam the door on the 6 of Ronnie Norman. That's not going to make Norman too happy. Now shoving the 17 down the front stretch, trying to get him back up towards the front. Trudeau trying to gather that 89 back up. He has fallen all the way back from 2nd back to 9th. And a big battle right now at the 10 of Adam Curtis as they're going to head down that back stretch. Trudeau's going to look to the inside of Austin Walton, heading down the backstretch into turn number 3. They're going to be side by side. Three wide out of turn number 4. Ronnie Norman in the middle. Don Francisco on the outside. Aaron Van Ralt on the inside. They're going to continue their 3-wide battle all the way through to Trial, heading into turn number 1. And just when Aaron gets clear, here comes Trudeau trying to stick his nose in where the hole was, but it's going to close up quick. Norman wasted no time in protecting that inside line to not get put in a 3-wide situation. Now Trudeau trying to bring the battle back to the 9 after losing some momentum through turns 1 and 2. David Chandler trying to work. Oh, Cole Larson and the 33 at Darren Owens. They make contact through 3 and 4. They're going to all keep it going straight. Well, big move by J.D. Larson. He's going to try to get to the inside of, Christopher Thomas into 5. But a big, aggressive move turned down the tri-oval by that 18. Now trying to look to the middle, nothing doing. Now looking to the inside of the 33. But out front, Matt Tucker continues to hold him off. Jonathan Duncan looking to the inside. He's going to jump down in front of Sean Walton in the 23 as they head down through 3 and 4. Matt Tucker going to fall back to second. Duncan's going to clear him. He's going to slide up in front of 25. Where does Tucker go? Payton's going to waste no time. He's going to go to the outside of Tucker. He thought about going to the outside, but did not have enough momentum build up. Now he's going to shove Tucker down into turn number 1. All over the back bumper of the guy in front of him. 45, 25, 17 outside. 23, 38, 9 inside. Here comes Ronnie Norman, your stage winner. Join the battle with Don Francisco. This time by, folks, we will be halfway through this race here at Auto Club. Tucker slides up in front of the 17. You saw Peyton Tulloch have to lift. He cut that 25 a big break that time. Halfway through the 17, Mike not cut him a break. Oh, Sean Walton comes up. Sean Walton's going to come up across the field, and that's going to take out Norman. The 17, the 25, all heavy damage in this one. And it all started with Sean Walton in the 23 who came up across the track. I'm not sure exactly what transpired with the 23, but it all looks good right there. He just keeps coming right up, and they were 3 wide. Heavy damage to the 23. That one just took out a couple strong trucks. Peyton Tulloch gets body slammed into the outside wall. Norman, heavy damage to the 6. Matt Tucker, heavy damage into 25 as well. Tucker had absolutely no idea what was about to go down. Let's jump inside his cockpit. Has no idea what's about to happen and just gets hooked. Great job of locking it down, trying to prevent as much damage as possible. But that 25 did get a little bit of damage. But caution is out here on lap 52. But folks, we're going to step away here for a quick break. Don't go anywhere, because we will be right back after this.
Take off. Just tell me where you wanna go. North Pole, East, West, baby, I'll go anywhere. We'll take a plane and take a boat. I don't really care, just as long as it will get us there. Cause I wanna see what's above, I wanna see what's below. Just tell me where you wanna go. You can name the place, yeah, you can name the time. We can leave it all behind. take off. We can leave it all behind. Right. Before we running out of time. I can see us both flying around, chilling in a boat right by the coast. I can see our clothes down on the floor. I can see it all.
All right, folks, welcome back here to the NEXXTCAR Truck Series here at Auto Club as we are just over the halfway point in this one. Hey, what's going on, Steve? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, man, I've been sick for about the last 3 days. I've been sick more this year than I have ever been, and I don't know why. But, hey, we're pushing through it just like these drivers here in this one. But the lights are off, and we are going back racing this time. Got a couple new guys out front that are making their presence known. Couple of rookies, Aaron Van Rolte, Adam Curtis, Aaron in second, Adam Curtis in fourth, taking full advantage of everything that just happened. But Jonathan Duncan is going to be leading the field back to the green flag here in this one. 54 laps completed this time by when the green flag drops. Still a long way to go in this one, folks. But the pace truck hooking that hard left back onto pit lane. The control of the field in the hands of the 45. Green flag back in the air. Major wheel spin for the 38. He's going to get that Chevy Silverado underneath him, but that might just cost him a position. It will not, as he's going to hold strong with Duncan jumping up in front of him. But now Duncan has cleared the field, but the rest of the field side by side behind him. Nick Trudeau's barely going to stay clear of the 10. He's going to slide up in front of him. Now, how aggressive's the 10 going to get with the pushes to the 89? He probably didn't enjoy his nose getting cut off like that. That's the 10 of Adam Curtis, who's going to look to the outside. Here comes David Chandler through the middle into one. David Chandler in that bright red line racing #1 Toyota Tundra, working his way back up. Remember, in the opening laps of this one, he was involved in an incident getting loose through turns 1 and 2. Saved it off of the side of his buddy Christopher Thomas, but now trying to battle his way back up towards the front as we're going to jump on the roof of the 10 of Adam Curtis, who's going to power his way to the outside of Austin Walton in the 9. But now they're going to almost be 3 wide heading down into turn number 3 and 4. But now here comes that 10 powering back. And how about Aaron Van Rolte looking to lead his first lap of NEXXTCAR? He's a rookie and he is going to lead his first laps ever in NEXXTCAR. But here comes Jonathan Duncan fighting back on that outside with the entourage of Nicholas Trudeau and Adam Curtis. Now Nick Trudeau's going to try to look to the outside of the 45. He's going to force his way to the outside. He's going to get the big push from Adam Curtis. They're going to be 3 wide for the lead down the backstretch this time. No help for the inside guys of the 38 and 45. All the help to the back of the 89. Can he use that advantage? He's going to clear the 45. The 38's going to drive it in deep. Is he going to slide up in front of the 89 to block that outside run? He is not. He's going to stick to the inside line, and he is going to come back to lead that lap as well. But here comes David Chandler in the 1, who dominated this race last season right here at Auto Club. Obviously, then, different situation. That was in the playoffs. A win tonight would get him into the playoffs. Can he battle his way back up there? But now a lot of shifting around for all these drivers from the inside line to the outside line, just like this was Daytona or Talladega. Trying to figure out which lane is going to have the better momentum, which lane's going to be faster in the corners. Trudeau, once again, looking to the outside of the 38. Can that 89 get back to the lead? He could not that lap. He's going to have to hold on for one more lap to try to lead his first lap of the night, folks, as we are closing in on 40 laps to go at Auto Club. David Chandler falling back in at number 1, 3 wide directly in front of him. Bane Tulloch's going to find himself in a 3-wide situation. That was a terrible time for the camera to decide to change contact between the 5 and the 9. That's going to force Austin Walton up the track in front of David Chandler. They're all going to keep it going straight, but Chandler, is going to come down and turn the 9. And Chandler comes back down across the track, and he's going to collect the Larsons. Caution is going to fly once again here with 40 laps to go. Let's back it up and see what exactly happened with the 1 and the 9. Let's back it up a little bit because this really started down here in turns 3 and 4. Why aren't you playing? There we go. All right. So the 9's going to come down right there. Gets tight with the 5 underneath them. David Chandler bounces to the, right there. No, that contact. Chandler Chandler comes down. I don't know if maybe Chandler didn't like the fact that the 9 pushed up in front of him, but right there, David comes down a little bit. I think he probably anticipates the 9 to go down lower. I mean, the 9's not really turning for the trial wheel either, but they just kind of met in the middle, and then carnage for the 9, and then Chandler right back down the track, grabs JD, and then JD comes down and gets Cool. Cool with a big save, though, in the 20. What a save by Larson. What a save by the 20 of Larson. Gets absolutely T-boned. Let's watch the hands. Big save right there for the 20. He's going to have a little bit of damage, but could have been a lot worse for Cole. But folks, pit road, once again, is busy. But strategy playing out here at Auto Club as Aaron Van Rolte, your leader, is going to choose to stay out with Nick Trudeau, Peyton Tulloch, Christopher Thomas, Matt Tucker, Dustin Bloodworth, and Steven Henning, all electing to stay out. Sean Walton is a lap down now, but all front 7 deciding to stay out here on lap 62. So we're going to have to keep an eye on how important is this pit strategy for these drivers. You know, we talked to Ronnie Norman after the stage break, and he said that he thought the tires were a huge factor in some of those guys being able to keep up with him and being able to take advantage of those tires. Well, now, with closing in on that checkered flag, as we are now within 40 laps, we are currently sitting at 39 laps to go, 38 this time. How much will these tires play a factor? But how about our leader, Aaron Van Rolte, has come in as a rookie in NEXXTCAR. He missed the first 2 races, came in, in the 3rd race of the season, and already making his name a living room name here in NEXXTCAR, making a statement for himself early on in that Black Rifle Coffee Company Chevy Silverado. But folks, the lights are off on that Chevy iRacing pace truck. We are going back racing this time. The control truck is that 38, electing the outside line. Remember, here in NEXXTCAR, the leader is the only one that has the choose cone rule. So he can start on the inside line or the outside line, whichever one he so chooses. And this is the first time we have seen the leader choose that outside line. So we're going to have to see what kind of a launch does that 38 get. Nick Trudeau in second, Peyton Tulloch in third, Christopher Thomas fourth, Dustin Bloodworth fifth, and Matt Tucker in sixth. But folks, the pace truck hooking that hard left back on the pit lane. The control of the field is in the hands of Aaron Van Rolte in that 38. Back into the Geico restart zone they go. Green flag back in the air here at Auto Club. 47 laps to go. Sorry, 37 laps to go. The 38 wasting absolutely no time clearing the field. Running that middle lane. Here comes the 5 of Christopher Thomas. Here comes Matt Tucker all over the back bumper of the 17. Shoving him down the backstretch. Nick Trudeau throwing some big blocks on the 17. How aggressive does that make Peyton Tulloch here into 3? Because when a guy throws that many blocks, well, you can throw one block, but you're probably not going to get away with a second or a third one like you just saw there. So now, how aggressive does Peyton Tulloch race that 89? Because when you throw that many blocks, well, you are opening up that door. But Christopher Thomas holding strong in the 5. And just as I said that, he's going to get put right in the middle of no man's land through turns 1 and 2, right in the middle. He's going to have Jonathan Duncan to his outside. He's barely going to be able to jump up in front of him, or I'm sorry, behind him. And now the field back to 2x2 down the backstretch. But folks, what do you guys say we do something we have not done yet tonight? Let's turn the volume up on these NEXXTCAR trucks and let's NEXXTCAR it up. Man, you have got to love the sound of 26 NEXXTCAR trucks making their way around this 2-mile track of Auto Club Speedway. Now, Nicholas Don Francisco finds himself leading the way here at Auto Club, closing in on the checkered flag here in this one. 30 laps to go here, 60 miles till that checkered flag waves. Don Francisco, Duncan, Norman, Tulloch, and Dustin Bloodworth. What a run in that number 4 for Bloodworth. Has worked his way up inside the top 5, up into that 5th position with Adam Curtis right behind him in a battle with Nick Trudeau. Curtis falling back into 38. Something, a miss on that 10. But now trying to battle his way back up towards the front as he's going to bring the battle back to Nick Trudeau on that inside lane. But Duncan and Don Francisco continue battling here in this one. Now Don Francisco's fallen from the lead back to 3rd. And now here comes Norman, but here comes the 45 of Duncan saying, not quite yet. Here comes Don Francisco. Where does he go with the big run? Don Francisco's going to throw it in deep into 3 and 4. Can he get that 24 to stick? He's going to get it to stick, but the outside momentum's going to carry Norman to the outside lane. He's going to get the big run. Not quite enough to clear that 24, but here comes Duncan. Where does he go? Is he going to help Don Francisco into 1? Yes, he will. He's going to stay dedicated to the back bumper to 24, almost going to shove him all the way into 1. Now can Don Francisco jump up in front of the 6? Yes, he can. Will he do it? He decides to stay in front of the 45 down the backstretch. Don Francisco stays right in front of the 45 of Duncan all the way down that backstretch heading into turn number 3. Now, can Duncan clear Norman in the 6? Yes, he can. Will he jump up there? He doesn't have to as Norman drops down behind him. Now Peyton Tulloch finds himself in a battle right now with Dustin Bloodworth in the 4. The 65 of Diamond is a lap down. So right now he is battling with Jonathan Wright and Owen Bridges for that lucky dog if a caution was to come out. Oh, Bloodworth's going to get loose out of 2. Saves it, almost coming down into the 65. They're going to make more contact down the backstretch. The 65 and 4 continue their rough battle here down into turns 3 and 4. And here comes the 10 of Adam Curtis. The 65 is going to give way to the 4, and that's going to allow Adam Curtis to get 65, throwing a little bit of blocks down the front stretch, saying, hey, don't pass me. Work with me. Try to get me back up to the front so I can get my lap back the hard way. Because if he gets back in front of the leaders, well, guess what? That 65 is back on the lead lap. But out front, Don Francisco continues to hold off 2 of the best in the business here in NEXXTCAR, Duncan and Norman. But look at the run that 45 gets, but gets the big run a little too late just into the corner. But now Curtis and Bloodworth swapping it up here through turns 3 and 4 as well. Bloodworth outside, Curtis inside. Michael Lanfear with a great recovery so far in that 13. Remember, qualified 4th, got taken out early on, went flipping, barrel rolling down the front stretch here at Auto Club, but now has rebounded to a 7th place position right now. Still a long way to go. Still a lot of improving he can make in this one, but Peyton Tulloch in the 17 falling back. Here comes the 65. Here comes the 10. We wondered how long would these tires hold on for the guys that did not pit. Remember, Peyton did not pit since lap 52. Don Francisco, Duncan, Norman all pit on lap 61 along with Adam Curtis in the 10. There it is. Now you can see just how long these guys have gone on their pit strategy. The top 5 all pitted 15, 16 laps ago. Dustin Bloodworth pitted 26 laps ago. Hassan, Walton, Bolander have all pitted, excuse me, right around the same time. Tucker still out there on old tires. Tulloch falling like a rock as he's on pit road now in that 17. He couldn't hold on any longer. But there is your pit length. So that means Bloodworth, he's going to have to come down at some point, along with Matt Tucker in the 25. How much longer? Here comes Bloodworth. Can he get it slowed up in time? He's going to get that number 4 slowed up. Duncan, he's on pit road now as well. Remember, Duncan, he had pitted, so he was good. But now, having to match what the newer tires would give, forced his hand into coming down now with 22 laps to go. Are we in for another fantastic NEXXTCAR finish where strategy is going to play key, and we're going to find ourselves with a driver trying to run down the leader here in the closing laps? Don Francisco, Norman, they're both coming to pit road as well. Both drivers are going to get their trucks slowed up. That's going to give the way to Adam Curtis in the 10. Now, right now, the 65, the last truck on the lead lap being scored right in front of your leaders. Gonna have to wait and see how important will that one lap be for Peyton Tulloch. Matt Tucker, he's still out on old tires in that 25. Remember, Peyton was one of the first ones on the pit lane on this pit cycle. So how much do those 4 sets of Goodyear tires help that 17 in terms of running down Norman and Don Francisco? They're leaving pit road right now. Let's get up your map here. Here comes the 17. The 24 and the 6 right there. You can see Peyton right there diving to the inside of the 89 and 65. So really, those tires did not help for one lap over Peyton over the others. So that is going to be interesting. That one lap of fresh tires does not seem to make that big of a difference. But right now, Adam Curtis still holding strong. Michael Lanphier being scored your leader right now with 19 laps to go in that number 13 Ford F-150. Adam Curtis just over half second back in the 10. He's got an absolute mirrorful right now of Nick Trudeau in that 89 trying to work up his way back to the lead lap. Here comes Robert Asong, the 29 as well. That is for position, though. The 29 and 10 coming back to pit road this time. Same with Michael Lanphier. The 29 is going to get it slowed up in time. It looked like he was going to be coming in a little fast. David Chandler coming to pit road as well in the 1. That's going to hand the lead over to Austin Walton in that 9. How much longer does Matt Tucker in the 25 stay out? He is the last guy that, did not pit under that last caution that needs to come down and pit. So how much longer? As you can see, the 5 and 38 just blow by him and say, hey, how you doing? As they blow by him heading into turn number 3. Tucker, is he coming this time? Yes, he is. Austin Walton still out there chugging along. Same with Andrew Bolander. 17 laps to go. Just at this point, hoping, waiting for a caution. If a caution was to come out right now, that would change everything for your top 10. Cam Jester up to 3rd right now in that number 21. Don Francisco, Duncan, Norman, Tulloch, Trudeau, Mitch Diamond, all being scored on the lead lap right now after passing the leader on their fresh tires. Diamond, remember when this all started, he was being scored a lap down. He was trying to work his way back up to the lead lap. Right now, finding himself on that lead lap as Tucker is coming off of pit road right now. So that's going to cost him quite a bit staying out as long as he did. But how much of a difference will those four... Oh, he's going to lose it! Oh, man, he almost loses it coming off of pit road, but he's going to keep that 25 truck going straight. But that got dicey there for Tucker in that 25. But how much longer can Walton and Bolander stay out? They last pit on lap 61, along with Cam Jester in the 21. 15 laps to go, folks. Walton, Bolander, Jester, all pit on lap 61. The next guy that has yet to pit is Mitch Diamond in 9th. He last pit on lap 60. Jonathan Wright, same boat of lap 60. Adam Curtis had a great run going, speeding onto pit road for the 10. Had a fantastic run going, now going to find himself 2 laps down in that number 10. Man, what a run he had going as well. Cam Jester on pit road into 21. And now, Walton and Bolander have made their bed. Now they've got to lay in it with 14 laps to go. When does the 9 and the 8 come to pit road? 32 seconds separates Don Francisco and Walton. Bolander 1.4 seconds behind Walton. At this point, the 9 and the 8 just waiting for a late race caution. Is it going to happen? Only time will tell, folks, with 12 and a half laps to go. Bolander has been in this position before, right here at Auto Club. He won it back in Season 2. Can he find himself back to victory lane here in California? Austin Walton looking for his first win ever in NEXXTCAR. He's got a long hill to climb tonight. If it's going to be tonight that he gets that elusive first win, he might be 30 seconds above or in front of the lead, folks, with 12 laps to go. But pit cycles, how much longer can the 9 and the 8 continue? Tucker trying to battle his way up there to the lead lap. You can see Tucker right there in the 25. 11 to go this time. The 9 stays out. The 8 has stayed out. (28 and 27 laps on these tires, folks, for Bolander in second and Austin Walton in first. How much longer can they hold on? With 11 laps to go, 10 to go this time. Bolander stays out along with Walton. The gap has closed down to 28 seconds back to Nicholas Don Francisco in third. Don Francisco's got Duncan, Norman, Tulloch further back. Trudeau right on the tail of Tulloch. But Duncan trying to work his way past Nicholas Don Francisco. Norman trying to hold on. Right now, being scored in that 5th position. Can he get up there and battle for what could possibly be the win? Right now, Don Francisco holding on once the pit cycles. If they cycle out, Austin Walton on pit lane. The 9 of Austin Walton with 10 laps to go has wielded the lead. Has to come to pit road. That's going to hand the lead to Andrew Bolander in the 8. How much longer can Bolander hold on? Well, the 99 is going to get tight with the 72 out of turn 2. That's going to get tight right there, folks. That may. Oh, man, I know Bolander saw that happening, and he was cheering for a caution. But that caution is not going to come out that time. 9 laps to go, 8 to go this time. Bolander, when does he bring that 8 to pit road? He's coming this time. Bolander on pit road with 8 laps to go this time. Now, that is going to hand the lead over to the 24 of Nicholas Don Francisco. Nicholas Don Francisco with a battle in his mirror. Duncan, Norman, right behind him. Don Francisco and Norman have won this season. Duncan trying to become the 5th different winner here in Season 5. Looking to the outside of the 24 as Don Francisco slams the door on the 45. Nicholas Don Francisco doing everything he can to try to break the draft for the 45. But Duncan powering back with 7 laps to go. Lap traffic directly in front of the leaders. This could get dicey for your battle for the lead and potentially the win. 6.5 laps left. Heavy train down the backstretch they go. Duncan looking to the inside of Don Francisco. Norman looking through the middle. Duncan drives it in deep. He's going to slide up in front of the 24. He's going to clear the 24 out of 4. But here comes Don Francisco. Crossover move as they're going to head down the trial. Well, this time 6 to go. Dead even. Norman looking now to the outside. Duncan protecting that outside line against Norman. Here comes Don Francisco. Can he slide up in front of the 45? He cannot, folks. The leaders almost 3 wide out of 2. Now Norman shoving the 24 down the backstretch here at Auto Club. 45 of Duncan outside. 24 of Don Francisco inside. The 6 of Norman just waiting, buying his time. 5 laps to go here at Auto Club, folks. 5 to go. 10 miles. Duncan's going to clear the 24 Don Francisco that time. But still a long way to go here at Auto Club, folks. Don Francisco looks once again to the inside of the 45, who continues to use that outside momentum as much as he can. Now the 33 of Darren Owens. Where does he play a factor in this? Don Francisco drives it in deep on that inside line into 24. Can he get it to stick? Here comes Norman. Can Norman make something happen from that far outside? 33 of Darren Owens hooks a hard left, gets out of the leader's way. Duncan leads him back, 4 to go. Jonathan Duncan. Redemption season at hand. Can he find himself back in the NEXXTCAR Truck Series playoffs here in Season 5? Or can Norman and Don Francisco become the first repeat winners of Season 5 and make Duncan hold off for one more week? Here comes Norman in the 6. Once again, folks, Auto Club proving why it deserves to stay on the NEXXTCAR schedule. 3 laps to go, 6 miles, and we are yet so far away from that checkered flag. Anything can happen. This is NEXXTCAR, baby, so anything will happen. But Norman clears the 45 out of 2. That got tight. Duncan with a crossover move down the backstretch. He's going to get to the inside of the 6. They're dead even heading into 3. Norman backs off. Duncan takes over. He's going to slide up the track. Is that going to allow the 6 and Norman with a crossover move? Yes, it is. They're going to be dead even heading through the tri-oval, folks. 2 to go. Norman cannot clear Duncan this time. Yes, he can. Now, can Duncan get the big run off that high line? Norman down low. Can he jump up in front of the 45? Yes, he can. Crossover move out of 2. That's going to allow the 45 to get to the inside line, trying to break the side draft down the backstretch. They go. Folks, buckle up because we are about to witness what is going to... Caution is out! The caution flies! Caution is out, folks, and we are going overtime racing here at Auto Club. And that is going to spoil what was set to be a fantastic finish between your top 3 runners. Christopher Thomas involved in this one. Unbelievable. Chandler just hooks the 9 of Walton. Unbelievable. Just tries to push him, was not centered at all. That's fine to push, but you've got to be centered on the truck in front of you right there. He's just offset to the left. Man. Let's watch the hands of the 9 of Austin Walton. Right there, gets bumped and just nothing he could do. Wow. Well, folks, we are going NEXXTCAR overtime racing. Ronnie Norman has stayed out. Michael Lanphier has stayed out. J.D. Larson has stayed out. Your top 3 drivers all staying out. Don Francisco, Hassong, Tucker, Duncan, Trudeau, Larson, and Stephen Henning, your top 10. Man. What was setting up to be a fantastic finish here at Auto Club, well, we get to rack them and stack them and do it again. Chandler coming back down pit road. Heavy damage to the right rear, that number 1 Toyota. You can see just how bent out of shape the rear back bumper that one is. But folks, the lights are off on that Chevy Silverado iRacing pace truck. Norman, Lanphier, J.D. Larson, all stayed out. The last time Norman pitted was lap 79, Lanphier 82, J.D. Larson 77, Don Francisco on back. All have pitted here on lap 100. 22 lap old tires for the 6 of Ronnie Norman. Will they be enough? Only time will tell. Michael Lanphier, JD Larson in the same boat, sitting here, hoping for the best. The Truck Series gets 3 attempts at NEXXTCAR overtime. This is attempt number 1. The pace truck hooking that hard left back onto pit lane. And we are overtime racing here at Auto Club. Lanphier does not get going. Neither does JD Larson in the 18. Norman got a great launch in that 6. How much does that help himself? How much does Don Francisco need help? Lanphier's going to jump up in front of the 24 to throw a block. Oh, and around's going to go JD Larson. JD Larson's going to go around off the front bumper of a song, and we are going overtime attempt racing number 2. As JD Larson sitting sideways on the backstretch here at Auto Club on old tires. Last pit on lap 77. The song's there. Ooh, that was a lot of net code right there. Man, you hate to see that. That was a ton of net code. Watch that 18. Let's back it up here. Oh, wrong one, dummy. Watch the 18. Yeah, look at the net code. I mean, he had 2 or 3 feet right there. Obviously, you know, nothing that Song or JD Larson really did wrong. I mean, just look. You know, that's the biggest... excuse me. That's the biggest thing with iRacing is the net code. You know, that's the problem when it comes to sim racing. And, well, the 18 and 29 just fell victim to it because that was bad net code. There was about 3 feet between the 18 and the 29. And right around went the 18. But, folks, we are going overtime racing attempt number 2. And Ronnie Norman gets to breathe a little easier this time by. Norman, Lanphier. Lanphier's still holding on those old tires. He last pit on lap 82. But now they are surrounded by drivers who have pitted under that last previous caution. Norman, Lanphier, old tires. Don Francisco, Tucker, Duncan, Cole Larson, Bolander, Trudeau, Stephen Henning, all on newer tires. David Chandler still sitting on pit road in that number 1. Not the way he wanted this race to go by any means. After winning here last season, not able to take advantage of it being in the playoffs. After missing out on the playoffs last season, came into tonight's race with high hopes. But unfortunately tonight, that number 1 is not going to get the finish that he wanted. But folks, the lights should be going off on that pace truck this time. The lights are indeed off on that Chevy Silverado iRacing pace truck. The field going side by side. Nicholas Don Francisco is going to be restarting behind Ronnie Norman. Matt Tucker is going to be restarting behind Michael Lanphier. Norman, Don Francisco, previous winners here in Season 5. Tucker has not yet won this season. Duncan, Cole Larson, Bolander, all have yet to win as well. Can tonight be the night that 25, 45, or someone else make it 5 different winners to start out Season 5? Or will the old tires of Norman or Lanphier hold on? Lanphier still yet to win this season as well. Don Francisco looking to spoil the party, become the first multi-winner of this season. But the pace truck, once again, leading the field out of turn number 4 for attempt number 2 at NEXXTCAR overtime. The control of the field is in Norman's hands, and we are back racing here at Auto Club. Once again, Lanphier struggled on that restart on those old tires, but here he comes right back on that outside in that number 13 with a big push from the 25 of Matt Tucker. Now, Don Francisco to the inside of Lanphier. He needs to have a clean run through turns 1 and 2 if he's going to get to the back bumper of the 6. Duncan, with a squirrely 24 in front of him, makes it 3 wide down the backstretch. Remember, Duncan has yet to win this season as well. Tucker shoving the 13 down the backstretch. Now Tucker slams the door on the 45. Here comes Cole Larson around the outside. Who saw the 20 coming? 3 wide for the lead. Don Francisco goes around. Duncan goes around. Caution is out for the second time here at overtime, and we are going overtime attempt number 3 at Auto Club. What just happened? Something amiss with the 24. Pushes up, and right around they go. I don't know. Something happened before this, because they all stack up in that inside line. Let's back it up here, and let's get on the, let's get a good old chopper cam here. Watch the 25. When he drops down in front of Duncan, that's going to stack up that entire inside line, and I think that's what pushes the 24 to that outside line. See, watch right there. The 45 gets on the apron right there. Oh, and he pushes up. Oh, Cat got under. There were 2 separate wrecks right there that joined forces right there. That's exactly what just happened. That was 2 separate wrecks that just ended up joining. Let's dissect the 24's wreck. He's going to push up, and Nick Trudeau, obviously coming to what you think's the white flag, doesn't cut him a break, and right there clips his rear bumper. And then let's dissect the 45 and the 8. The 45 pushes up. Bolander sees a hole, goes for it, but Duncan gets loose and keeps coming down the track. And right across the nose of Andrew Bolander he goes and makes contact there with your pit lane entrance. But folks, out front, let's back it up. Since we're still under caution, I want to back it up to the run that Cole Larson got on that outside line before Mayhem hit. Oh, Lanphier come down pit road. I mean, where did Cole Larson come from, folks? All the way back in 7th, heading into turn number 3, and just keeps the pedal to the metal. Everything slows up underneath him, and he says, see you later. Just takes the run all by himself. What a run that Cole Larson had on that outside line. And just enough to nose ahead of Norman. Well, folks, and now Norman is being scored the leader. Nope. It is actually Cole Larson that will be the leader. So he will be the control truck on this restart, folks. Cole Larson, Ronnie Norman make up your front row. Nick Trudeau, Matt Tucker, row number 2. Peyton Tulloch, Owen Bridges, row number 3. Cam Jester, Michael Lanphier, who just pitted, row number 4, with Nicholas Don Francisco and Andrew Bolander, your 5th row. Well, folks, all bets are off now. This here is the final attempt at NEXXTCAR overtime. NEXXTCAR gets 3 attempts, and this is attempt number 3, folks. Cole Larson, Matt Tucker, Nick Trudeau on new tires. Norman trying to hold on 37-lap old tires. Green flag is in the air here for NEXXTCAR overtime. Final attempt number 3. Larson jumps out to the early lead here in this one with Tucker in tow in the 25. Trudeau abandons the 6 immediately. Now, Tucker looks to the inside of Larson. Larson throws the block. Tucker almost is going to get the 20 sideways through turns 1 and 2. Here comes Trudeau in the 89. Norman falling back. Here comes Peyton Tulloch. Your front 4 runners have not won yet this season. Larson holding strong out front. Trudeau falling back on it inside. He's going to push up. White flag in the air this time, folks. White flag in the air presented by HVAC Designs here at Auto Club at the NEXXTCAR Truck Series Racing League here at Auto Club. White flag. Cole Larson. We've all said that win is coming at some point. Matt Tucker trying to say, not tonight. But now, looking to the outside, Tulloch, major implications for the 17. Tucker to the inside of the 20. Larson blocks. Trudeau to the outside. They're going to be 3 wide. Larson falling back. He's out of gas. Larson's out of gas. Tucker gets spun by the 89. Nick Trudeau and the 89 is going to hold on after taking out Matt Tucker. Trudeau's going to burn it down. Here in the Truck Series, we're going to start off Season 5 with 5 different winners. Nick Trudeau is going to survive here at Auto Club. We are going to have to go back and watch that replay and figure out what exactly happened. Cole Larson running out of gas in the 20. Heartbreak City for that young man. But at the end of the night, Nick Trudeau is going to burn it down for the first time here in Season 5 at Auto Club. Nick Trudeau burning it down on a front stretch here at Auto Club Speedway in front of a packed house tonight. let's check out your race results from Auto Club Speedway, where we went overtime racing 3 times. But at the end, Nick Trudeau is going to grab his first win of the season with Andrew Bolander second, Owen Bridges in third, with Michael Lanfear in fourth, and Cam Jester in fifth. Adam Curtis in sixth, Nicholas Don Francisco in seventh, JD Larson in eighth, Jonathan Duncan ninth, and Stephen Henning with a great performance rounding out your top 10. Paint to Luck in 11th, Chuck Thornton 12th, Cole Larson, after leading the white flag, is going to finish in 13th with Matt Tucker 14th, Ronnie Norman 15th, Mitch Diamond 16th, Dustin Bloodworth 17th, Jonathan Wright 18th, Aaron Van Rolte 19th, Robert Asong 20th, Darren Owens 21st, Austin Walton 22nd, Christopher Thomas 23rd, David Chandler 24th, Sean Walton 25th, with Robert Babcock rounding out the field in 26th. All right, folks, let's go back and let's see what exactly happened with Matt Tucker and Nick Trudeau. So all is good right there. And then Trudeau just kind of came down, and I don't know. Well, Tucker came up a little bit, but I don't know. Definitely going to be some different takes on what happened, but folks, that'll all be discussed here in your post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, because we have got some happy guys to talk to here in this one. Don't go anywhere, because these are going to be some fun interviews.
Look at them legs, don't make me beg. Back to the room, let me show you my bed. Yeah, your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. I could look at you all day, watch the way them hips sway. Love your body, so I pray, don't you dare take it away. Can't control what I say, lost my mind cause your frame. Hey girl, what's your name? Lit me up just like a flame. Body in motion, I feel the commotion, beyond you like lotion. I'm honest and broken, I flow like the ocean. I feel you were chosen to fix me, I'm broken. My heart that you stolen, hey. Stay with me, play with me, lay with me. Hate to see when you leave, chemistry feels like it's destiny. I just want you laying next to me, and I really don't want you to ever leave. On your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Touching on your body feels like taking on a drug. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. Everything you do, I can't seem to get enough. You got me feeling good, yeah, you got me feeling numb. I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want, so I'll take it on. I've made mistakes, but mistakes make you strong. Let's break it down for a minute. I want the crown, I'm gon' get it. You hear me loud, man, I'm winning. Yeah, Charlie Sheen will be grinning. These ladies know that I'm sinning, and this is just the beginning. I'm closing in the ninth inning. There ain't no point in resisting. Living life like a dream, live it right, that's the thing. Every night got a team, I've been tied to the scene. Out on stage, here I'm screaming. Okay, it's a dream, and I pray as a team. One day it'll be me. If I want it, then I get it. Head down, don't regret it. Push myself to the limit. If I play it, then I win it. I'm just saying, I'm just living for today. For a minute, I don't stay, I just visit. Have no shame, I admit it. Looking right at me to see if I succeed, to see if I believe. They're looking up to me. They want the best best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. They want the best of me now, best of me now, best of me now, best of me. I swear to God, man, I'ma make it soon. Silence all the haters as they see us making moves. I do what I want, so I got nothing to prove. Staying motivated, teaching others what to do. I'm staying focused, my mind is open. They start to notice that I'm in motion. There is no potion, you're not just chosen. It takes devotion to stay composed, man. Never stop, there ain't no time to fall. Try to live, get it all, you got one life to ball. Thinking big, never small, cause you gotta want it all. When you finally get that call, you get ready, take it on. Need a handout, I already stand out. Starting to advance now, ready to expand now. You don't have a chance now, cause we're in demand now. Make it by the grand now, feeling in command now.
All right, folks, welcome back here to your post-race interviews from a triple overtime here at Auto Club. And at the end of it all, Nicholas Trudeau, it is you going to victory lane for the first time here in Season 5.
Man, it feels good, Ronnie, to get that win, monkey off my back for the season. We've had a rough start, missing 2 races, so I was looking to get to victory lane to make it in the playoffs. I just didn't think it was going to come right away tonight. So it was a good race for us, and we stuck to our plan, and we were aggressive, but just really thankful to get the win, and just look forward to playoffs now.
Absolutely, man. At the checkered flag tonight, that officially marks the halfway point of the regular season. So, I know we're still a long ways away from the playoffs, still several wild card races ahead. We got Daytona in 2 weeks, as obviously we're taking next week off. And then we got the road course of, Canadian Tire coming up. So what kind of momentum does this give you tonight, as this is the last quote unquote oval race for a couple of weeks?
Yeah, it definitely gives me momentum, for the rest of the season. We don't have to, worry about getting in on points, because I know we were behind a good bit, and there's a lot of great guys in the series, so it's going to be tough to make up points. So I know I needed a win somewhere. Going into Daytona and a road course, Daytona is always a crapshoot, but I think we always run at least a good top 5 at road courses. So we've been really consistent there. Not too worried about the road courses. I think we have a shot to win. We have 1 win on a road course on season 1. So really looking forward to the rest of the season. And I think come playoff time, we'll be in championship form, back to where we were last season, and hopefully give them a run for their money.
Absolutely, man. What did it feel like once the white flag waved in the final overtime session? Cole Larson led the way to the white flag, but I don't know if he ran out of gas or what in that 20, yeah. But man, it looked like he was going to be the guy to beat there coming down to the wire.
Yeah, no, if it wasn't going to be me, I was pulling for Cole, man. I know he's been so damn close for many seasons, and he's getting closer and closer, and he was half lap too short on fuel there, and luckily Tuck got stuck behind him a little bit, and I got alongside him, so that gave us a shot. And then it was just mayhem going to 3 and 4, and I don't know what happened between me and Tuck there, but I totally did not mean to hook his right rear like that, and he knows something weird. Either he hit a bump or some type of net code or something happened, and I felt so bad, and I apologized, and we'll move on and me and Tuck always race clean and hard against each other. So we'll just move on to a couple weeks from now.
Absolutely, man. Well, congrats on your first win of the season and pushing the Truck Series to 5 different winners here in Season 5.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Moving on to your second place finisher. I can't believe I'm about to say his name, but Andrew Bolander. Man, what an up and down race you had tonight.
Yeah, very up and down. Just like I'm the worst driver of NEXXTCAR too.
I believe it, buddy. No. So, yeah, man. Like I said, I can't believe I'm saying your name because walk me through that last pit strategy where you stayed out for a while and so did I forget who's with you, Adam Curtis. What played into that strategy that got you so far off of everybody else?
That's something that right.
I mean,
I was doing a cat strat.
yeah, I mean, it almost worked out for you, you know, if that wreck would have happened a couple laps sooner. But did you find yourself by any means finishing in second tonight?
I don't know. Maybe if I could gotten up there quick enough, but we had the issue right before the stage, and that sent us so far back and couldn't rebound that from that. So we tried to do something different. I always have speed here, just no luck.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You know, Auto Club seems to be one of your stronger tracks, like you said. Excuse me. But yeah, tonight you needed a lot of luck tonight, and it played out in your favor. You know, you were involved in that incident there with Jonathan Duncan there when he came back down across your nose. But, you know, just able to rebound that 8 in the second after starting 14th after this wild night's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, it helped that I'm a dog on myself a little bit, but I forgot to take gas on the restarts, and I come back in on the second ring white checkered, and everybody else ran out of fuel.
Hey, man, take it when you can. Congrats on that second place.
Exactly. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Moving on to your third place finisher, Owen Bridges. Man, what is going on?
Hey, not too much. Happy to bring it home, P3. Not where I expected to be after beginning of the race transpired through, but I mean, hey, here we are.
Absolutely, man. You know, this P3's got to feel pretty dang good after the season that you started off with in both truck and cup. You know, like Andrew said, he needs a lot of luck, luck in these races. Well, you have not found any luck so far, but this third place maybe is the turnaround.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, that's what we're hoping for. You know, the beginning of the season has not really been showing of what my talent is. I know that I have the talent to be up here and compete. The start has kind of dampened that for me, but something like this, you know, can be a big momentum push into the second half of the season. You know, got some tracks coming up that aren't typical. Anything can happen with Daytona, and I feel like really anything can happen here with Canadian Tire. I don't know how many road course rimmers or whatever you want to call them, road course racers we got around here, but you know, anything could happen in those two races. So, you know, keep it on the track and just see what happens. I mean, can only go up from here.
Absolutely, buddy. Congrats with that third place finish.
Appreciate it.
And we're gonna just move right down the list. I want to actually interview the fourth and fifth place finishers, starting off with Michael Lanfear. Man, I interviewed you pre-race after starting fourth, and what was it? The third, fourth lap of the race, you went for one wild ride here.
Yeah, I was ground, sky, ground, sky, ground, sky type of thing. I was just coming off the corner, and I'm sorry, Babcock was there. I thought he was going to push all the way to the wall, and I was pushing up into the next lane beside him, and I didn't realize he was trying to pinch me a little bit. If that's what, and I don't know if that's what he was trying to do, but when I went back and looked at the replay, it kind of looked like that. So it was not intentional, but yeah, I went for a hell of a ride.
Absolutely, man. How did you get that number 13 back up into fourth? I mean, before, no time at all. You were back on the lead lap with that lucky dog, and then you wasted no time working your way back up towards the front.
I was driving the wheels off of it. When I had that wreck, I put tires on it and then drove through. I was driving through the field like a madman. I shouldn't have been, because I was the lead. I was the first guy to get I could have been. I was the lucky dog at any point, and then I came and put tires on it, and I was just driving the wheels off of it anywhere and everywhere I could get speed. I was trying, and hey, I got back up there, and I had to pit. I took enough gas to get through 2 green white checkers, and so I had to come down and get a splash, and I thought I had pretty much ended my race because I had to do that, and I got very, very lucky. I just dove to the inside and prayed, and it stuck, and here we are, 4th place. Who would have thunk it?
Absolutely, buddy. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good. So congrats on that 4th place finish.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And then finishing off your interviews, got to interview him, Camden Jester. Man, how does it feel to come away with the top 5 tonight?
Man, it feels very lucky the way that race played out. I was on a similar strategy to Cat there at the end of the regulation, so I just got fortunate that the caution happened after I unlapped myself there and was able to be on the lead lap, had a set of tires, and yeah, and I made sure to gas up on that first green white checkered.
Absolutely, man. What is it with these types of tracks that they just seem to, fit you perfectly? Auto Club, Michigan. What is it about them?
I am comfortable right there, right next to the wall for whatever reason, especially compared to a lot of people. And I, especially if it's like today where I was fortunate and had a set of tires, I could just hold it wide open through one of the corners there. Like if I hit the wall, so be it. At that point, going for a win.
Absolutely, buddy. Well, congrats on that top 5.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. But that is going to do it for your post-race interviews from, Auto Club Speedway here in the NEXXTCAR Truck Series. Tomorrow night, well, it's the Next Gen Cup Cars' turn to do it all over again right here at Auto Club. So tune in for that one. We will be off next week, so we will catch you guys in 2 weeks for the Truck Series at Daytona. It's going to be a good one, folks. You are not going to want to miss it. But that's going to do it here for this one. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we will catch you guys tomorrow night. Enjoy the rest of your week. God bless, and good night.